movement. You guys are on offense. Seems to be really good. A lot of unselfish guys. Is that the way it's going to be, you think, this season?
Yeah, I think that's just how we play. We got a lot of guys who can score and have big games, and I think that's where we're most deadly as when we share the ball a lot, get them moving.
What about the dunk?
Yeah, I heard TP say dunk is like behind me, and then I saw the guy in my peripheral vision, like at the free throw line, so I'm like, oh, dude, you can't do that. Yeah, so I mean, I think I jumped higher because I saw him try to block me. And I mean, TP got tagged. It wasn't my fault. When you're head tapping from half court, I mean, that's probably going to happen. But I mean, that's a good teammate right there.
Kris, you guys, I think through the first 12 minutes, I think Truman State was kind of hanging around. What sort of switched for you guys defensively? Was it rotations? Was it just lineup? When did you kind of see the game turn?
Yeah, I think it's just a communication aspect. Just because they run a lot of stuff. They try to get you confused and have defensive breakdowns. So we had a few of those in those first 12 minutes, and I think we just need to bring our intensity because those games we're trying to build into the season with. And credit to them, they brought it right away, and they gave us a fight in the beginning. We got to take that punch, and we got the first punch ultimately. And those first 12 minutes after that, we definitely turned up the intensity, and that's kind of what we got to do from the jump.
Kris, when the ball movement is that good, just make it not easier, but are guys running sharper cuts, knowing if you get open, you're going to get the ball probably?
Yeah, I think knowing that you have a potential chance to get the ball, you're definitely going to cut harder, go for offensive rebounds, reward your teammates ultimately. So I think by doing that, we'll get open shots. We saw we cut a lot better, probably end of the first half, and we went on that little run, middle of the second half, where we went on another run. And that's just how the game needs to go for us, to just cut, move the ball, space the floor. That's how we play.
You had a couple of threes. Do you like where your shots at?
I do, yeah. My misses were good misses, especially in the second half. So I'm confident in my shot. I mean, last year you probably wouldn't see me kind of do like a little dribble hesitation move into a shot. So I think it's come a long way since last year, and I have a lot of confidence in it.
Are you representative of Bowen from what you've seen?
Yeah. He's a really confident player, really hard worker, guy that coach and our whole entire team can trust to make plays.
Kris, we've seen Tony play a lot of the 2 last year. Now he's moving into that 1. Where have you seen his game sort of not take the next step in terms of transitioning from that off-guard role to really taking over as that focal point?
Yeah, I think it's just his aggressiveness, his confidence is at an all-time high, I think, because of it. He's a 6'4", 6'5" guard, strong guard that can take you at any point. And I think that helps a lot just because he can take it any time, set up guys on the dribble drive. So I think you're kind of seeing him mature into that role and his confidence get built up.
Has Connor been shooting like that? And what does that add to you guys as a team when he shoots like that?
Yeah, I think last year at Penn State, he hasn't missed since that game.
Yeah.
He went 4 for 4 in the first half. No, he's been shooting it well in practice, and it's nice to see it translate into games. And I think that just adds another dimension to our offense, to someone you got to be worried about, because he's a really confident player, like the heart and soul of our team is what I would say. So it's nice to see him just be able to have confidence in the shot and hit those open threes.
Down the stretch last season, Tony really started to come on, and now he's carried it over, taken up a notch. As a teammate, do you sense that he's playing at a different level?
I do, yeah. He's continued that ever since the end of the season last year. He's definitely taken his game to another level in terms of just being a confident player, just knowing that he can take the guy in front of him, mess with the guy on the defensive end, play pesky defense. So I think that ultimately gave him a lot of confidence, and he's brought that on into this year too.
A couple more.
Philip Obracha, just at least from my vantage point, seemed like he played a lot more aggressively, offensively, play with a different level of confidence than he was last season. Is it just more so he knows and understands his role now, or is it just sort of, not that you guys rely on him more, but what have you seen kind of shift in him over the offseason?
Yeah, I just think it was just kind of like going through last year, just kind of that Big Ten season, NCAA tournament, Big Ten tournament. That just kind of experience helps a lot with his confidence into this year. And he's putting a lot of work in the off season, so he's a guy that we could trust, especially today. Just getting it to him early, set up our post presence, and that kind of, you saw that kind of like open up everything else. So I think that's just kind of how he's developed his game, just kind of going through the gauntlet last year.
How about Josh Dix? You know, coming off the injury in the offseason, how nice was it to see him contribute in a big way today?
Yeah, it's great to see. He's come a long way, especially since last winter. So his jump shot's looking great. As you saw today, it's nice and smooth. He's definitely a confident freshman, and you gotta like that on your team, especially coming off the bench and giving us a spark.
Okay, thanks, Chris.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Chris.